Welcome to our channel Learn English through Bible Tales. Today you will learn new words, improve your listening, comprehension and pronunciation in English while enjoying a story about the life of Pablo the Apostle. A unique and meaningful way to learn English and explore its message. Saul of Tarsus was born in the city of Tarsus, an important metropolis in Cilicia, in present-day Turkey. His family was Jewish but also enjoyed Roman citizenship, a rare privilege. From a young age, Saul was trained in Jewish traditions and the law of Moses. At the appropriate age, he was sent to Jerusalem to study under Gamaliel, one of the most respected rabbis of his time, Acts 22:3. He became a zealous Pharisee, someone who strictly adhered to the law and rejected any teaching that seemed to deviate from tradition. When the followers of Jesus appeared, proclaiming that he was the Messiah and had risen from the dead, Saul saw them as a threat to the purity of his faith. He became a fervent persecutor of Christians. He approved the death of Stephen, the first Christian martyr, and began seeking out believers to arrest them and bring them before the Sanhedrin, Acts 8:1-3. With the support of religious leaders, Saul obtained letters to travel to Damascus and arrest the followers of the way, Acts 9:1-2. But on the way, his life changed forever. A bright light surrounded him, and he fell to the ground. He heard a voice saying, "Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me?" "Who are you, Lord?" asked Saul. "I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting," Acts 9:4-5. Saul was blinded and taken to Damascus. For 3 days, he neither ate nor drank, overwhelmed with awe and fear. God sent Ananias, a Christian from the city, to lay hands on him and restore his sight. At that moment, Saul understood that Jesus was the true Messiah. He was baptized and began preaching in the synagogues that Jesus was the Son of God, to everyone's astonishment, Acts 9:17-20. Saul, now known as Paul, became one of the greatest preachers of the gospel. He traveled throughout the Roman Empire, establishing churches and writing letters to believers. In his letters, he instructed communities about faith, grace, and life in Christ. In his letter to the Romans, he explained that all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God, Romans 3:23, but he also proclaimed that salvation comes through faith in Jesus, not through works of the law, Romans 5:1. In Galatians, he defended freedom in Christ, declaring, "I no longer live, but Christ lives in me," Galatians 2:20. In Ephesians, he taught about unity in the church and the spiritual armor that believers must wear, Ephesians 6:10-17. Throughout his life, Paul endured countless hardships. On multiple occasions, he was beaten with rods, stoned nearly to death, and imprisoned in various cities, Acts 16:23. In Corinth, he faced opposition from the Jews. In Ephesus, he caused riots by preaching against idolatry, Acts 19:23-41. He spent sleepless nights, suffering hunger and thirst, enduring cold and nakedness, 2 Corinthians 11:27. In his second letter to the Corinthians, he recounted that he had received 5 times the 39 lashes from the Jews, 3 times he was beaten with rods, and once he was stoned, 2 Corinthians 11:24-25. He was also shipwrecked 3 times and spent a day and a night adrift at sea, 2 Corinthians 11:25. His life was constantly in danger, yet his faith never wavered. Paul wrote many of his most important letters from prison, including Philippians, where he affirmed, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me," Philippians 4:13. In Colossians, he exhorted believers to set their minds on things above, not on earthly things, Colossians 3:2. In 2 Timothy, he wrote his final words, declaring, "I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith," 2 Timothy 4:7. Finally, he was arrested in Rome and, according to tradition, was executed for his faith under the rule of Emperor Nero. But his legacy lives on. His letters form a fundamental part of the New Testament and continue to guide millions of believers in their walk with God. Paul, the Pharisee who once persecuted Christians, ended his life as one of Christ's greatest apostles, showing that the love and grace of God can transform any heart.
Gratitude and farewell. Thank you for watching. We hope this story inspired you and helped improve your English. In this video, you learned new words, practiced listening, and improved your pronunciation. Remember, practice makes perfect. Subscribe to learn English through Bible Tales and turn on notifications to stay updated. Leave a comment with the words or phrases you found most helpful. See you in the next video as we explore more Bible stories and learn English together. Blessings to you and your loved ones.